Hi, I'm Swarika Patel, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering 1. In this presentation, we will find out the compressibility characteristics by using laboratory consolidation test. When a soil mass is loaded or it is stressed by construction of any structure, it would deform, and this deformation may be due to distortion, which is nothing but change of shape, or it may be due to change in volume of the soil mass. But the soil mass is confined in all the directions, that is at the sides, at the bottom, and also on top. So as it is confined on all the sides, the change in shape of the soil mass is not possible. So there will only be change in volume which is observed due to stress, and that is what is referred to as compression of soil. And when a soil mass is loaded, it compresses due to either compression of solid grains or compression of air and water present in the voids, or it may be due to expulsion or removal of water and air from the voids of the soil mass. Volume change of the loaded soil mass is due to compression of air and expulsion of air and water from the voids. And we know that expulsion of air is referred to as compaction, whereas expulsion of water is referred to as consolidation. To predict consolidation settlement in soil, we need to know the stress strain properties. The relationship between the effective pressure and void ratio of the soil mass has to be found out. The soil sample in the laboratory is loaded, and the settlement of the soil sample due to load being applied is measured by consolidation test. And the test apparatus used is called as consolidometer. The oidometer test is used to investigate the one-dimensional consolidation behavior of fine-grained soils. You know that water may flow out in any of the direction, and hence the process is actually three-dimensional. But as we already have seen that soil is confined laterally, and hence only vertical one-dimensional consolidation theory is acceptable. That is, we assume that water may flow in vertical direction. Here we can see a clay layer which is sandwiched between two sand layers, and this is what is the level of groundwater, and the whole soil mass is being loaded by the application of stress. Let us consider a soil sample in this clay layer, and this is what is a representation of the soil sample in the field. The same soil sample is considered in lab for determining compressibility characteristics. The soil sample will be placed in the metal ring, and the whole setup is used in consolidometer or oidometer test setup in order to determine the settlement of the soil. The test setup consists of consolidation cell and loading machine. The consolidation cell consists of the circular metal ring. To begin with, the empty mass of this ring has to be noted down, and that will be M1. In this ring, soil sample will be kept in order to avoid its lateral movement. So when the soil sample is loaded, only there should be vertical movement of the soil sample. The diameter of soil sample considered is 60 mm, and diameter to thickness ratio of the sample should be of 3. The thickness of the soil sample is noted down as H0, and The total mass of the soil sample along with ring is noted as M2. And the whole assembly, that is the sample plus consolidation ring, will be placed in consolidometer. On top of it, loading cap will be placed, and then collar will be fixed with the help of clamping screws, and load will be applied with the help of ball bearing in order to apply pressure uniformly over the soil sample. This soil sample will be placed in between two porous stones, and on top of it will be the loading cap. These porous stones are placed in order to permit two-way drainage of water. Then the ring is immersed in the water bath, and this will prevent evaporation of water from this soil sample, and it ensures that the soil sample remains saturated throughout the test. The consolidometer then will be placed in the loading device, and this dial gauge will be clamped into position for recording the movement of the soil sample between the base of the consolidation cell and the loading cap. A seating pressure of 0.05 kgf per centimeter square will be applied to the soil specimen. Then the specimen will be allowed to reach equilibrium for 24 hours. Axial vertical loads are applied through the loading machine. For consolidation testing, the applied pressure at any loading stage should be double than that at the preceding stage. The test is continued using a loading sequence which would successfully apply stress of 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, 1.6 and 3.2, etc., which will be in terms of kgf per centimeter square. And these are the weights which are used to apply the stress. Each pressure increment is maintained for 24 hours, and equilibrium void ratio is recorded before the application of next pressure increment. The choice of vertical pressure depends on the expected site pressure, which includes even overburden pressure. Overburden pressure is the stress imposed on the layer of soil or rock by the weight of overlying material. Thus, the test is conducted over a number of load increments, and this load increment should cover the stress range from the initial stress state of the soil to the final stress state the soil layer is expected to experience due to the proposed construction of structure on it. That means the load applied onto the soil sample should be same as that of the load being experienced by the soil at the site. Due to loading, the sample volume decreases. Here these dotted lines represent the initial level of the soil sample before loading, and after the stress is applied, there will be change in height of the soil sample, that is, there will be reduction in its height. The vertical deformation or compression is measured using a dial gauge which will be attached at the top. Before application of load, there will be water which will be present in the voids, and when the stress is applied, the water flows out through the voids, due to which there will be reduction in height of the soil sample. When consolidation under the final pressure is complete, the specimen is unloaded by pressure decrements and allowed to swell. That means initially the soil sample will be loaded and then it will be unloaded. The water shall be siphoned out of the cell and the consolidometer shall be rapidly dismantled after the release of the final load. The specimen within the ring shall be wiped free of water and its mass will be noted down as M3. And later on it will be placed in oven for drying. Now the weight of the soil sample including ring will be noted down and its mass will be M4. Thank you.